All right. On this week's homework, we have Attack of the Nerves by Kristen Ware. Butterflies in your stomach, worries keep you awake? Here's how to deal. Kara C is usually cool, calm, and collected, but like everyone, her nerves sometimes get the better of her. In 7th grade, we had to do a play, says the 14-year-old from New York. Sometimes I'd get nervous and start to forget my lines. Michigan teen Kevin P. has been through the same thing. I had to do a speech in front of the class. It feels like 1,000 beady eyes staring at you, says Kevin, 15. I couldn't concentrate enough to read my notes. Have you ever felt as if you have butterflies fluttering in your stomach? That uneasy feeling is anxiety, and it happens to everyone. It is when you feel worried or uneasy. A little anxiety is normal human reaction to stress, but sometimes anxiety can spin out of control. Luckily, you can learn to calm those feelings and move on. Internal alarm. Anxiety is similar to fear. When you're facing fear, your brain gets ready to make a quick decision. Fight or run away. That is called the flight or fight reaction. The brain tells the body to release adrenaline, a chemical that triggers certain changes in the body. Your heart beats faster, you breathe more quickly. Your muscles tense, and you start to sweat. You might feel a little dizzy or sick to your stomach. There are good reasons for the body to fight or flight reaction, explains William Schreier, a social worker in Danville, California. Anxiety is like an internal alarm that helps you stay safe. Fear of heights can keep you from falling off a cliff. Feeling nervous before a test can inspire you to study. Anxiety is a good thing, he says. Still, you can have too much of a good thing. Normal anxiety decreases when the danger is gone, Schreier says. But when worry sticks around, it can get in the way of life. About 13 of every 100 kids, says 9 to 17, have had what's known as anxiety disorders. For those kids, Schreier says anxiety is like a haunting monster. In control. Why are some people more anxious than others? Scientists aren't sure. Some kids might learn nervous behavior from anxious parents. Genetics and brain chemistry might also play a role. Anxiety can affect your appetite and make it hard to concentrate. It can also keep you from getting a good night's sleep. Over time, constant stress from anxiety can damage your health, says Elizabeth Carl, a psychologist in Huntington, New York. Uncontrolled anxiety can lead to heart problems, stomach disorders, weight gain, and depression. Luckily, there are ways to keep nervousness in check. Next time you feel anxious, try these stay calm strategies. Think positive. More things go right than wrong, but we tend to remember the negative, Carl says. Focusing on good things can help keep nervous thoughts away. Take a deep breath. Learn yoga or other stress management tools such as deep breathing or relaxation exercises. Turn to those techniques to calm yourself when you feel worry creeping in. Find a shoulder to lean on. When you feel anxiety coming on, turn to a trusted friend or family member before tough tests or tryouts. Try walking with friends or teammates. Move your muscles. Exercise releases brain chemicals that can boost your mood and calm you down. Exercise is great for an anxious person, Carl says. Plan ahead. Being prepared can help. If I procrastinate studying for a test, that ends up making me worry more since I'm not prepared, says Kevin. Planning ahead works outside of school too. Kara was nervous about going to a birthday party when she would know only a few people, but she made plans to have a friend to introduce her to everyone right away. That way, she would meet everyone and wouldn't feel like an outsider. They know who I am, and I'll know who they are, Kara says. Get your Z's. Kids and teens need at least 9 hours of sleep each night. Too little shut-eye can have an effect on the brain function and emotions, which make anxiety worse. Sleep is so critical, Carl says. With practice, you can learn to keep anxiety from taking over. But if worry is affecting your performance at school or in social situations, look to a trusted adult for some help. You may have an anxiety disorder that can be treated with therapy or medication. The good news, Carl shares, is that you can learn to control anxiety. With practice, she says, you can become better at dealing with anxiety and even learn ways to keep yourself from getting overly stressed in the first place. Extreme anxiety. Sometimes feelings of worry take over a person's life. When that happens, it is often because of an anxiety disorder. There are several kinds of anxiety disorders. Generalized anxiety disorder causes extreme worry and dread for no obvious reason. Phobias are intense fears of specific things, such as spiders, arachnophobia, and open spaces, agoraphobia. One of the most common anxiety disorders for teens is social phobia, which causes extreme anxiety in social situations. Obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, causes near constant anxious thoughts such as fear of germs. OCD sufferers try to relieve those thoughts with rituals such as frequent hand washing. Post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, is a type of anxiety that develops after experiencing a terrifying event. Soldiers can return from war with PTSD, for instance. Panic disorder causes sudden attacks of terror and fear of losing control. People having a panic attack may feel tingling in the arms, shortness of breath, and a racing heart. All right, Munchkins, homework is breezy, easy breezy. This week, all you have to do is read the text. Then you need to fill out the central idea. So who, what, when, where, why, and how. So as you fill this out, remember sometimes the when is not there. The when and the where might not be as obvious. So definitely need to fill out the who, what, why, how. Try these, but if you can't, it's going to be okay. Here we go. Write a 2-sentence summary. And then identify 5 words you did not know on a separate sheet of paper. You need to define them and use them in a sentence. So get another piece of paper and write 5 sentences with 5 new words that you didn't know before. So as you read this, you can start circling those words so you can annotate it as you go along. All right.